Okay, so I've gone ahead and I made other feet, or you could just kind of flip it horizontally and maybe you could watch it backwards and you do the other foot following that. But what we're going to do is we're going to go in and make a back rig. So the back rig, what am I going to need? Well, let's hide our body. And I'm going to go in, I'm going to create the C box. Boop, 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 boop. Got a C box here. Actually, I'm just going to quickly change the background a bit. Something like that's a bit better right now. Easier to see. I was just hitting Alt-B on the keyboard to get that. And I'm just going to snap this one here to the hips. I'm going to make another duplicate. And I'll hold down V, and I'm going to put that one up here. Usually I kind of typically will put it up here. Okay, and we'll just take a look at what these look like with the geometry. They're too small! Okay, let's make them bigger. Okay, good. I made them too big that way, so there. Okay, and I might just do a quick little bit of shapeage. When I go in here and I grab, say, control vertices, and I grab the control vertices there. See, I'm being careful not to pick near the bones. You can turn the bones off if you want to. You can go up here and turn bones off so you don't accidentally select them, but whatever. And I can just go and move this up a bit, and... Oh, you bastard! Missed. Move it up here. Maybe I'll just take these two, and maybe if I scaly them. Okay. And maybe I'll even kind of line them up with a collar a little bit. Oh, yes. Very stylish. I'd like to wear one of those for a little while. And again, you can do whatever you want so that it's easy to select from multiple angles. Here I'm being kind of fussy. Not too far out, but not too close either. And I'll take this one here and do kind of the same thing. Let's go and grab these. I get them both. Okay, great. And this is for the hips, so let's do this. And I'm going to make them look like underwears. I'll put them here. I will be brief. There. Those are big underwear. Push this in, something like that maybe. Okay, whatever. Should be good enough. And what else do I need? Let's hide the geo for a second again. I'm going to grab the circle. The circle... I'm going to put that right here on this joint. Boonk! There. We'll see how that feels in a second. It's a bit tight. Make it a bit bigger. Okay, great. Okay. And so this one, its pivot point is right on the pelvis, and this is going to be my hip control. Okay. This one here is going to be my shoulder control. Okay, great. And I should probably freeze out the transformations, kill the history. There's no history on this thing, I just always do it by habit. The pivot point for this is in kind of a weird spot. I'm just going to go and move it, and I typically like it down here where the ribs start. Okay? And I might even look, and if I bring back my geometry here, I might decide, you know, this one here, this joint is up a bit too high. I feel like I'd like the belly to be around here, and the root's okay where it is. My pelvis might be a bit high too, but whatever. If I want to move them, let's flip to the side view. Do I have a side view? Damn it. Layouts, 2 panes, side by side. There we go. If you want to, what you can do, before you get too carried away, right now, if you go into skin, there's a thing called Move Skin Joints tool, and you can go in here and select your joint, and you can move it. This one's giving me a bit of grief here. How come that's giving me grief? What about this one? Oh, it's because it was the root joint, I suspect. Okay, but I can move this one down. I can move this one a little bit too if I wanted to. A little bit of movement. That's strange. And even the pelvis, if I decided that was up too high. Okay. Seems like it's doing some kind of strange and a bit of work, but whatever. So for right now, that's fine. And maybe I'll just kind of quickly move that DV, boop. Or actually, just hold on a second. I could have probably just did that with the boonk, pop it there. Okay, and this is just, I'll call this one my back control. Okay, and I'm going to go ahead, freeze the transformations, kill the history. So I've got those in place. And then, and I just want to make sure that I didn't freeze the transforms in that one. Okay, now what I'll do is let's go in here and grab this, and I'm going to grab that joint there, back to, and I'm just going to do a quick constrain, parent constraint. Grab this back control, grab that joint, constrain, parent constrain. You're noticing nothing is moving in the hypergraph. Grab this control, that one there, constrain, parent constraint. Okay, cool. Now, what I want to do, I've got these constrained, I'll check and make sure they work. La 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 la. And la la. Okay. Of course, it looks like I need to do some weighting. But maybe that's why these joints were acting funny. Okay. Now, this one here, the shoulder should be parented to the back, because the back's just giving me grief here, so I'll parent it in. I still need one more kind of control for the whole upper body to move the whole unit. I'm going to create another C box. Here, let's hide this for a second. And I'll bring that up, and I'm going to snap it to the root area. Let's go and scale it. Whoop! I'm holding down control and grabbing just 2 axes at once. Okay, so that's kind of nice, easy to see. Maybe it doesn't have to be that thick. And the pivot point for this one, typically the pivot point, I like it when you move it down below the hips. Okay, I just moved it and I snapped it down the y-axis and I moved it just in the Z, holding down D and V. So I've got it right there. And now I'm just going to go and freeze the transformations on this thing, and I'm going to call this upper body control. Great. So I'm going to take the shoulder control, I'm going to parent it, hitting P. Okay, so those, actually I already did that already, I was spooky crack. Okay, good. So I'll grab the back control, and I'm going to grab the upper body control, I'm going to hit P, parent it. And I'll take the hip control, then take the upper body control and parent that as well. And so there you can see what I've got. Upper body control, back control, shoulder control, hip control. And if I take this character right now, let's bring back the geometry, you'll see when I bend them over, see their butt doesn't do anything, well, aside from the bad weighting, it doesn't do anything weird. Okay? If I didn't have this, I would end up getting some kind of thing where my butt goes up. Like, kind of similar to what I would do with this thing. When I do this, the butt goes up. I don't want that. So if I have them right between the hips, I get that nice control that I like. What are we at? 8 minutes? Okay, great. Now, let's see if we can get the head in here too. So we'll get the back and the head all in one shot. I'm just going to go and create another circle. I like creating circles. Circles. I feel like the Hudsucker proxy. Okay. And for this, let's go in, and I'm just going to go to my geometry layer, hide it again. Take this one, and I'll hold down, put this here, and I'm going to make a duplicate. And I'm going to hold down V, and I'm going to put that up there. And I'm going to rotate it around. Hold down J. Okay. And let's just see if we can get these kind of into a rough form to be able to hopefully select the neck better. I might even rotate this thing a little bit. I'm just going to scale it down. Easy to select. That's my goal. Easy to select. And then here, I kind of get to here and I go, well, you know, I'm going to start to lose the shape pretty bad. So I'm going to go and grab a hull. And I'll pull this up. And now I'll switch to control vertices. Hulls grab all the CVs on the whole curve. Okay? And I can do whatever I want. Make something that's easy to select from a few angles. Maybe it looks appealing somehow. He looks like John Oliver's got a mohawk. Yes! John Oliver with a mohawk. Nice! Stylish. But the pivot point of the object is still there. And I'm just going to go and freeze the transformations. Kill the history. No history on this thing anyway. Anyway, I'm going to call this head underscore control. And then I've got this nice little one here. This one's got some history. And it's got Nasty transformations. Dirty transformations. And neck underscore control. Okay. And I almost feel like I can move that joint down a little bit, but I'm going to leave it there. Okay, and I could put another one down here with this other joint too, but it would... I don't like to move it that much. So, got those in place, got them named. I'm going to grab this neck control, grab that joint, and I'll go in and I'll do a quick constrain, parent constraint. Grab the head control, grab this joint, the head joint, and I'm going to go in, constrain, parent constrain. If I parent the head control to the neck control, and the neck control to the shoulder control, everything's good. If I have them both selected at the same time, if I grab this this thing and that thing, and if I go in and I do a little bit of this, see how it moves around. I kind of like, a lot of times I move these two together quite a bit. Okay, it gives me a nice kind of squishy neck. I like my squishy neck. And check out that the shoulder control, when you move that, everything comes along. The only thing that didn't come along with the eyes. Okay, and that's pretty much it. That's my nifty little back control. Then we got to do the arm control, and then we're going to go and finish tidying the whole thing up, and I should do the eyes too. Okay, we're going to stop here.